Welcome back to the grind. In this video, we're going to talk about the Lotus Blossom Mythic Dragons for this upcoming season. If you have not seen my other video, I did release a video today with the legendary dragons and other lines and how the new changes to this season will be working. So definitely go check that one out for all the details you will need for entering this season, or at least the initial details. And then the rest of the details will be coming next week. So the first one we'll talk about is Danav. I was not able to watch the full stream, so I do not know how to pronounce some of these names, but this is a Mythic Wind Warrior. So let's talk about the preview of his spells. He will have a red spell called Cower in Fear, and this will damage nearby towers and freeze them in fear. I do not know how long it will last, what the cost will be, or how long the cooldown is, but it is also a red spell, so the red mage will need to be destroyed before you can use it. This does sound like a pretty decent spell. The next will be Destroyer's Wrath, which will be a toggle spell that you will turn on to cause increased breath damage, and it will drain rage while active. This is very similar to Gig's increased breath damage spell. Next will be a blue spell called Delight in Destruction, which will, when activated, restore rage, and then when destroying towers while it's active, will regenerate health. This is similar to other spells we've seen before. Then we'll have Blade Storm, which will allow you to dodge incoming damage and periodically damage nearby towers. I do not know how long it will last. It is a white spell, but I can only assume that it will be disabled by a ice flak. This dragon has potential to be quite good, but it will be a little bit challenging to fly, and it will definitely depend on the details of all these spells. So we'll have to take a closer look at that when those details are released next week. The next one that is going to be available as a mythic, which I'm very excited about, is an invoker called Nausea. And unfortunately, it's an earth invoker, which is disappointing, but we unfortunately just have to deal with it. Unless we get lucky and they change it after the fact, like last season. But regardless, let's talk about the spells. The Invoke shot will be Smite, which will cause massive damage to a target tower. Now, if you do not know, invokers have 3 regular shots, which deal more damage than a normal hunter shot does. And then the 4th shot is an invoke, which has a special ability that is applied with it. And this one is similar to Morax, it sounds like, where it does a lot of damage to the target tower, probably able to destroy 2 or even 3 depending on the position and the towers present. So that is a very good spell to have. Next, we have Mark of Tribute, which sounds like Hunter's Mark, where you place this mark on a tower, and when it's destroyed, the dragon restores health and rage. I think they made it a different name so that you cannot use the runes and glyphs that are already called Hunter's Mark. Next is a white spell called Protector's Resolve, which is a toggle spell that will put a barrier up that will protect you from incoming damage. And this will be a draining rage spell. So while it's active, you will lose rage, but you can keep it up as long as you have rage. So if you are able to use Mark of Tribute before you run out of rage, you can keep that barrier alive. The next is Turn the Tide, which is a cloak that briefly cloaks you, and upon coming out of the cloak, it will damage nearby towers and increase breath damage temporarily. I am very excited about this invoker, one, because I'm actually enjoying invokers and I wanted another one, and this invoke shot does a lot of damage, kind of like Morak, which is why I enjoy Morak. And then he also has a way to gain health and rage, which is crazy. He has a way to block all incoming damage. Now, this Protector's Resolve, it does not sound like it will block Rage Drain, so you need to make sure you can avoid getting Mage Drain, because that will definitely hurt this dragon. However, he does have Turn the Tide, so when the mage towers fire, you can use Turn the Tide to dodge them. And as long as you're able to target the mage towers first or early on and destroy them before you get hit by them, and using Turn the Tide to dodge at least 1 round of mage shots, then you will be golden. One situation that will be challenging for this invoker is if there is an ice flak, a shielding tower, a blue and a red mage that are all separated, that you cannot take out 2 of them at one shot, because then you'll have to deal with more of them after using your Turn the Tide to dodge them. However, if in the first couple shots you're able to get down the mages, it'll be much easier to survive the island. The important thing would first be to get the red mage destroyed so that you can place the hunter's tribute down early before you do get mage drained, so that after being drained you can destroy the tower with the mark and gain back some rage to allow you to use Protector's Resolve even more. Now again, it will come down to the details of these spells. It may be challenging, honestly, to fly this dragon very well because of the fact that it will have to wait 4 seconds or 3 seconds to regenerate the ammo before they can take out the other set of towers. So if you can only destroy one mage tower with your first set of ammo, then you'll have to wait 3 seconds, during which time you'll probably get rage drained, even if you use Turn the Tide, before you can destroy the other mage tower. So we'll have to see how it all plays out, but I will definitely give you more of my opinions with the detail release next week, when I have more time to see how the spells will actually function and what I really think of how the spells will be able to work together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope your current season is ending nicely and you are excited to get into this new Lotus Blossom season. See you in the next video.